Hi, this is Thomas with My Portable World, and with us today we've got the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0 Plus. This is the hotly anticipated follow-up to the original Samsung Galaxy Tab, which started it all for Samsung. This particular model we have here is the Wi-Fi only model, which comes with 16 gig of storage. This tablet touts a lot of new features amongst a slimmer profile, something that the original didn't have. It was definitely a pretty chunky device, the original, and this one's a lot sleeker, and it's competitive with some of the high-end 9-inch and 10-inch devices on the market. So on the back we've got a list of features that this tablet has. Obviously the 7-inch display with a resolution of 1024 by 600, which is pretty high res. It's got flash compatibility, although Adobe have recently announced that they will not be supporting development of flash anymore for mobile devices. But this is still definitely a big plus for this, something that competing products like the iPad don't have at the moment. It's got Samsung's proprietary smart remote feature, which is called Samsung Peel. I'll go into that in more detail in the full review. It's got Samsung's Media Hub, full HD playback and recording, and it's got a dual-core processor. So most Android tablets on the market have a Tegra 2 chip at the moment, but this one sports a proprietary Exynos processor, which is clocked in at 1.2 gigahertz. In addition to all of that, it's got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 3.0, it runs Honeycomb 3.2, so pretty much the latest and greatest for the moment, and it supports DivX HD video content. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what comes in this box here. So up front there's some literature on Samsung Peel, a little overview on how to use it with your Samsung television. So you can control and have a look through your cable listings. I don't know how this is going to work with cable services in India. That's going to be interesting to check on and see whether they even offer this service in India. Let's put that aside. Put this tablet aside for a minute, see what comes in the box. Okay, so pretty standard stuff. You've got your USB charging cord right here. Got a pair of earphones, and yep, that comes with a remote and a microphone, so you can take calls. It's also got a pair of extra earbuds, the usual warranty guide, and your power cord, and that's about it. So pretty much the usual stuff. So here's the actual device. As you can see up front, it looks pretty much identical to the original Tab, although when you look at it on the profile side, it's definitely a lot slimmer than the original. Feels pretty solid in the hand. So if you look at the bottom here, we've got the proprietary charging port at the bottom with surround speakers, so you've got one on the left and right. On the side we've got a micro SD expansion slot. On the top there's the 3.5mm headphone jack coupled with an external microphone for noise cancellation. On the side you got the power switch there, your volume rocker, and the IR blaster that helps with its ability to function as a remote. On the back we've got a 5-megapixel camera coupled with an LED flash. And on the front, there we go, there's a 2-megapixel camera, and as you can see there's some sensors back here, so proximity sensors, brightness sensors, pretty much the usual you'd come to expect with most high-end tablets. There's a 7-inch diagonal display. Let's turn this unit on. So it's a pretty vibrant display. It's a bit slow to orient itself when you change. Interesting. And otherwise it's quite smooth when scrolling around from left to right. As you can see, this is not stock Android. It runs Samsung's TouchWiz user interface. Some people love it, some people don't, but then again, different strokes for different folks. It comes bundled with a lot of custom Samsung apps, much like the ones that HTC offer on their mobiles. So there's the media hub, social hub, which sort of aggregates all your social services into one. Comes with a smart remote, Samsung Peel, and Samsung app. So it's a Samsung app store that kind of prioritizes the best apps for tablets, which is definitely quite useful. The Android market isn't the easiest to navigate, and this app right here kind of aggregates the best apps for the tablets, mainly magazines and anything that's optimized for a 7-inch or larger screen. So this tablet feels quite nice in the hand. It's got a plastic back and a plastic body, but it definitely doesn't feel cheap or tacky. It's pretty solid, got a nice texture, and it's very light, especially compared to the original Galaxy Tab, which was quite heavy and quite thick. Pictures look quite good on here, and the touch interface is a bit, it's playing up a bit, but we'll have more on that in our full review. Just to give you an idea of comparison with so on the left here we've got the iPad 2, and as you can see the difference in size, although the bezels are pretty much identical in dimension, which is good, prevents you from hitting things you don't want to be touching, and both very slim devices, so pretty much there's no real discernible difference there between the two. So very sleek and feels really good in the hand. So it's initial thoughts, it's a great little tablet from Samsung. It's got a lot of competition at the moment in the 7-inch space, and also it's competing against larger tablets, well, many of which Samsung currently make. So we'll have more for you in the full review in the coming days, and keep a lookout for it on myportableworld.com.